Guess what, guys? I get to use my new table saw today. So, I'm going to use Fence Pickets to make some planters. I will put a cut list down in the descriptions, and stick around to the end because I have a different way that I want to finish one. This is going to be mine, and I'm going to make some more later and show you a little thing that you can try instead of painting. Unless you like painting, then do the painting. Stick around. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a real kind of light sanding on these to get rid of the treatment and kind of just smooth them up just a little bit. I don't want them real smooth, but I want them a little bit. So here we go. Alright, now I'm going to start putting it together. Kind of separate it out. I'll have two legs. I'm going to use my square to keep everything square. And then I'm going to have two crossbars. Again, I'm using that square to try to keep everything good and square in there. And the space from here to there is 1.5 inches. So we'll set my small combination square. Slide that up there. Do the same on the other side. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of glue to help hold these together. And I'll also be using some deck screws, short deck screws. Now, my wide boards, they're going to come in 1 3/8 on each side. So set this at 1 3/8. And then one of those short, small, wide ones that I've got labeled middle back wall. It'll go in between them. And this should be 1 3/8. Okay, and then it's 1 inch up off the bottom. Well, I was really close there. Now I'm going to pre-drill some holes across there. We'll be doing these about around a 1/2 inch off the edge. And you can place these however you want. Like that, 2 in each board and then 1 in the center board. So I'm gonna pre-drill these so I don't split everything. Now when I drill them, I want to make sure that I don't go all the way through. Going just into that other board. Then I'm going to take and countersink this just a little bit for the head. And this is the screws I'm using. They're 1 inch dick screws. Since this is going to be outside, you want dick screws because they're coated to not rust. And now for the sides, if you notice, I have a lot less hanging on there. So I want, some of them I've been putting nails. I want to put screws. So I'm going to take and put me 2 screws on the sides and put them in about 1/4 inch. And also when I drill these, I want to kind of angle it a little bit. Now if you have, like I said, a brad nailer, you could brad nail these sides on with that glue, but I don't. corners are one side done. I'm going to finish the other 3 sides, and I'm going to bring you back, and then we'll get on there. Now, you noticed that I put the screws on the sides. A lot of people don't. One of the reasons I did that is because I want this to last a little longer. A lot of times when it's out and that wood starts drying, it starts shrinking, and it'll cause the nails to be pulled straight out, even with the glue. So I'm putting a little extra with the screws in it. Now I'm going to start putting my sides together, and what I've done is I come down 2 inches, 5 1/4, 8 3/4, and 12 inch, and made my marks on both sides, and then I come in at 3/8 of an inch on each side. And now I'm going to drill me some holes for my screws. And I'm going to use my countersink bit. And I will be using the same screws that I used on the inside to hold everything together. Your screws are only going to go on your long side A's, because the B's will sit right in there. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put just a little glue on here. And I'm going to end up getting me a little brad nail, because if I had a brad nail I could kind of hit these together and it would help hold them together. Notice I didn't just sink that down yet. There's a reason why. I've learned that if this rest of this stuff is not square, then it causes lots and lots of problems in the end. Okay. And there's a little thing. I should have went ahead and drilled my other A face. Sorry, I had you too low. Remember, your side A long goes on the outside. Side to put the other side B on. Alright, now I can go through, tighten up, make it nice and snug all the way around. And go ahead and put screws in the other holes. The combination of these screws and the glue, once it dries, will help keep this thing together. Now that I got it together this way, there's only two things left to do, and that's to put our top, and what I'm going to do next, put my bottom pieces in. As you can see, it's already pretty stiff. Alright, my bottom boards, I'm going to put in here. Try to semi-evenly put them. My bottom boards is going to be put in here so you have a place to set your pot. Drill me some holes. Now, the only thing I got left is my top pieces. Which I will set my chop saw up and do 45s on them. And then I will put some screws in to hold that down. So, let's go over the chop saw. Alright, to do my 45s, I just take my chop saw, slide it into 45, get all my boards where they're good and square to each other. Now my chop saw's got a light that shows the blade right where it's going to cut at. So it makes it a little easier for me. I can just line it right up on that corner. And I'm lining on that front corner right there. That way they're all the same. Keeping it nice and tight. I'm going to flip it over because I want the 45s to all go the same direction. Slide real easy. Alright, let's go back to the planer. Now, once all my boards are together and around, that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to go one step further. I have a Craig for pocket hole, and I'm going to pocket hole this top together, and then I can go and put just like 4 screws to hold it down. So, next step. Now on my pocket hole drill, I've got places to set for different depths. And since this is nominal 5/8, I'm going to set it for the 5/8. And all you do is you loosen this collar, set the drill bit in there, and you're going to set the collar against this lip, and then move your drill bit to where it's right there at that line.
Then you tighten the collet back down. Now, this has the ability to clamp down on your board. Now normally your square board you're going to put like this, but since this is at a 45, you still want to make sure that you're at that 45. Now you notice my clamp didn't clamp down, so that means I gotta keep unscrewing this until it locks down. You want that so it's all in there. And I'm going to use these two small holes close together right here. And I forgot to show you, but my side's already set on 5/8. Same thing this I had on that side. Make sure the holes are on the same side. And really all this is not even to, it's just to hold it together while I'm mounting it. And I believe it'll give it a lot more rigidity. So, our top, we're going to want it to be like a square like this, kind of. So again, as I've done on everything else, I want to put just a little bit of glue right here. So now you can see that's nice and rigid. Alright, let's get ready to put it back on the top. Alright, so now we're ready to put the trim piece on top. Be pretty close, just a hair over a 1/2 inch all the way around. Alright, there we go. It's on there, trim. Now for that finish that I was talking about, we're going to get to that. Alright, here's the different finish that I'm going to do. A lot of people do this, it's not really something new, but I think that the burn look will add to it. So all I'm going to do is just keep doing like this. Running my torch up and down. I've always liked the burned wood look. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get the whole thing done, and I'll bring it back to you, and we can look at it and see what you think. So what do you think? I like the burnt wood look, and if you notice, that's why I went ahead and restarted reframing. Every little difference in grain makes a different look, and if you'll notice, a few times it kind of flared up real good. When you get around a knot or whatever, and this pine has a lot of pitch in it, it'll cause it to flare up like that, because that pitch is very flammable. Like this piece, you can see it starts out really fine, then gets big. This one with that knot, all the different swirls in it. To me, this gives it character. So, this, I can still go back if I want to and put in X braces here, and hopefully here within a couple weeks or so, or maybe even quicker, I can find me a nail gun and a little compressor and everything. As we say, we do what we can where we're at. My other one could put it on me, so that's why I don't have one right now. So, but, and then you could take, and if you wanted to, put clear coat on this. I've seen them painted, I've seen them left plain. I just think this gives it a different look, and I'm thinking about leaving this one like this completely. And then from now on, I probably will have my little X brace for the fancier look. Guys, I hope you liked this video. It was kind of a hard video for me because I had problems with tools. But review-wise, the skill saw really did great. I'm trying to get this figured out where I can only use 3 pickets in this. And I think I figured it out, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Figure it out right, I will come back and do an update on this. So keep your eyes open for that one. Sorry for that. And also, you may have noticed that I've been trying to put out on every Saturday. Work full time, come home, do the best we can to get videos out. The weekend that I'm actually, before I do this, which was last weekend, we got a chance to buy a freezer, upright freezer, and so we bought it. I had an old chest freezer that still worked, but I wanted a little more room in the shop in there. It's hard to get in and out with everything that I have to have in there. And in the process, I pulled a muscle in my back, so there's a couple days I just went to work, come home, sit down and put a hot pad or a heating pad on it, ate supper, and that's about all I got done. And this weekend I'm actually up and getting around. I got this one done. Plan on doing some more. So I may probably, once I figure out the X2 and the full pattern, I'll do an update or a short. I've been kind of putting out some shorts trying to figure those out. Hope you guys have enjoyed those. Hoping that I can reach more people and they can come and see the channel too and keep growing. So have a blessed day, guys. We thank you so much. And a little Blazy says hi.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy. Hit the like, the subscribe, give us thumbs up. Just help us if you would, please. We appreciate it so much. Bye.